11th. Guys, are you ready for Valentine's Day? It is a friendly reminder. If you have not gone out to get your mother, your sister, your significant female friend, girlfriend, wife, sister a present, do it now. Okay, wait, maybe after the live stream. Just kidding, right? Let me get the chat going up on the other computer so that I am able to see you guys. Oh my goodness, this market. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for what is to come? This is going to be an interesting 2 weeks ahead. We're going to look at the Fed a little bit. They were due to have their monetary policy report come out today. They are having a closed door meeting on Monday. They are going to talk about interest rates on Monday. Does that mean we are getting an interest rate hike on Monday? We could. We also have February 18th, potential government shutdown again. Are you ready for all the chaos that does happen with that, right? That is no fun when that happens. Uh-oh. Are you in a government job in the US? You might want to reconsider, right? You might want to start looking at other opportunities, see what is going on. Just my thoughts on that. All right, let's put this here. And there we go. Oh, I forgot that. Anyways, all good. Let's get the charts up and going and the chat going. I tweeted it out and here we go. All right. Super, super excited for the upcoming Digital Meta World Monetization Workshop, February 26th. So that is the first link down in the description section down below. I am a little bit earlier than usual. Going to help someone go and run some errands today that does not have a car. So look at this SPY. This is not looking so pretty. Look at how we have that 200 EMA right there. And I wanted to tell you guys something new. So can you guys hear me? I don't see anyone in the chat just yet. Put a yes, please, in the chat. And I have some exciting news that I did finally set up my watch list in YouTube, right? So if you guys want to watch me live, I'm going to start streaming how I do it as of Monday, but as a subscription service. So it is going to be just for those subscribers, special live event for them. I'm going to have to figure that out. All about these new things. On Tuesday night, doing a live space on Twitter. Very cool. Never done that before too. All right, so let's get back to stocks. And we are going to talk about the SPY, right? Dark pools. Hey, where is this crazy volume? Well, are we below this crazy volume from yesterday? We are. Is that a bullish sign? No, that's bearish, right? We have this 161 EMA right here, which is also corresponding on the shorter time frame to a anchored volume weighted average price. In fact, let's go back here because today is the 11th. I like that on my Mac it has the date here. I have to see if I can put the date there. So let's click on this. I want to adjust it not to the 28th, but to the 11th. Right here. Whoop. One more. And it will adjust on the other screen too. We can see that we have, there we go. Oh, so close. It's the next day. My mouse is not, there we go. All right, so we keep testing. We are testing the volume weighted anchor price from a year ago. That's where we've been testing. We've tested it on the daily chart too, right over here, and bounced off of it. And we're testing it now as well, or about to, right? This is not looking bullish. In fact, we had bigger volume right here. I'm just going to look over here really quickly, see if I see anything cool on the block trades, right? So when we look at this, we say, okay, we are below the moving averages. Something I noticed too, I was looking on another chart, 4-hour chart. Look at how we came. The high was at the 200 EMA on the 4-hour chart. That's where we reversed. Over here too, right? We stayed below it. Now on 4 hours, we're below everything. Let's pull it back. Let's go to 3 hours. All right, we're still below a lot of the moving averages. Let's go to 90 minutes. Yeah, we're hanging out. We're below everything there too. This 446.50 area, if that fails, we are likely going to be heading down for bigger move. I wanted to go back to the 240 chart for a second. When we look at it right here, let me expand this so that it is just what we see. It's kind of difficult to see because we have the overnight sessions right here. But when you look at it, this 446.50, do you guys see the M formation? Right? This is going to be a reversal at the top sort of formation. So could we quickly jump back down to 434? In my opinion, yeah. What was our height up here? We were at 457 to 446. Okay, $9. So 435, very, very easily we could come back down there if 446.50 does break down further. So are we going to, this trading day today could be quite influential. Are we going to bounce off of this 161 EMA over here, or are we going to break down further? Right, on our 45-minute chart, looks like we're setting up for a nice H pattern, even on the 15-minute chart as well. It looks like a nice little, hey, we could be seeing some more downside to the SPY. We have had some divergence where we have had the Russell up today, but first was the Qs down, then the SPY went down, then the Dow went down, and the Russell is just sort of hanging out. That's the last one that has not moved down as of yet, right? So let's look at the Russell, see where we are in relation. Let's pull it back so we have the, whoops, we have the 24-hour chart over here. Let's get rid of this, I don't want that there. And let's slide this over here. We don't need that quite so expanded. So looking at this, we're above the moving averages on the Russell on the shorter time frame, but on the longer time frame, we are topping out. You know what, out of curiosity, let's see where we are on the 4-hour chart over here. Look at that. We hit the 161 and we rejected it. I think I might have to start looking at the 4-hour chart for reversals. Look at that. See? Test it, sell off. Test it, sell off. Test it, buy it. You guys are seeing this. Seeing my new little, well, we went sideways for 11 months, so I'm not going to look back there. But let's look at the Qs. Let's see how that works out on the Qs. All right, let's look over here. Buy, buy, sell, buy, 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 sell when it hits it. I think I might use that, whoops, for more longer term positioning holding. Quite interesting. You guys are seeing me figure some stuff out. And look, we have some volume weighted average prices here anchored that we are breaking down. Again, we have the M formation on the Qs setting up, same time frame as the SPY. That's not so pretty, right? And we're below the moving averages here, whereas on the SPY, we were testing these from above, right? So if the tech stocks that were really pulling the SPY up are starting to weaken and drop down, we could see that the SPY is going to become weaker as well. Remember, the Qs only have 100 stocks. S&P 500 does have 500. Hey, Asif, thanks for putting in the chat. Asif, you know what? I'm going to be doing my watch list live on YouTube. Hey, Troy, I just figured out how to do a membership on YouTube to do my watch list live in the mornings. Exciting, right? So I will be doing that 8:15 Eastern. Anybody that subscribes will be able to join me. Very excited about that. All right, so let's check out the list for today. I didn't actually type it in because I was busy with my nuggets this morning. That's what I call my little girls, my little love nuggets. All right, so let's look at this on the 15-minute chart. So Zillow had earnings, had a nice range this morning. It was really range bound, and then it broke down and bounced. So a little bit of a trade both sides, right? We went down to 53.30, excuse me, and up to 57.45. So a nice move to the upside. Yeah. And then Square as well. So Square over here, we had a nice bounce. Square has been in this downward trend, but we ended up breaking out over here. So it does look like we have some selling that's coming in, some selling pressure right here. That's not looking good, but we do have earnings. So maybe they're holding it, suppressing it down only to say, hey, we've had stellar earnings and we're going to rip it higher. So maybe they are positioning down here because it's been held in this range for quite some time now. So when it does break up above 120, in my opinion, I would like this to the long side. Right now, look at how we came down, tested that, and it bounced. Love to see that. All right, GT Goodyear Tires also had earnings today. And, whew, no bueno, right? Look at that. Yucky, right? I don't even know what happened, but that's ugly. But below 22.50, it was a nice short. Hope you caught some of that, Troy. All right, let's check out AMD as well. Very similar. AMD got heavily hit, and a lot of car makers are being hit with the parts missing from Canada. So we shall see how that affects the car makers next earnings season. Not necessarily right now, maybe a small drop to the downside, but chips and parts are important. If the supply chain starts to break down, that's going to break down into profit margin for these companies, right? So AMD moving to the downside. However, we are testing that 161. Maybe this is intentional to pull it back, reload, and take it higher. AMD is so crucial in computers, and we are going the way of the digital world. So chip makers, when one is doing well, the other ones tend to not do as well because that's taking away market share. But overall, chip makers, in my opinion, are going to be a sector to watch. All right, let's look at BP. So oil, I think we're likely going to see oil all the way up to 100 or 120 this year, right? So looking at that, BP, MRO, a lot of these are likely, in my opinion, going to have continued move to the upside as long as they do not have too much spending on their employees, right? That's going to be their biggest, probably their biggest cost in their, I haven't looked at their bank statements, or financial statements, but that would likely affect their bottom line. Right now, BP, nice run up, 60 cents. Oh, no worries, Troy. That's good. Hope that you are getting some awesome renovations done. We did a bathroom a year ago, and it was amazing. Probably one of the best things we did because now it has radiant floor. It has an amazing tub. Oh, and it's so useful to have it every day. So CLF, I had this wide range, and look at that. It has not broken out. That's why I wanted to keep it a very wide range, because the bigger move to come is going to be when it breaks out from here. So even on Monday, I'd say below 1940 or above 2150. That's the range that it's in right now. You can see it had a longer term range over here and potentially bigger positioning. A lot of volume came down to the moving averages. It started high, they pulled it back. Maybe they're going to continue to take it to the upside here as a steel maker, because they are going to likely see commodities increase in price. So this was probably just a natural little retracement back to the moving averages and potential move to the upside. So looking for this to have further growth. Affirm, a financial online company, had earnings, red earnings, and it is dropping today. Still continuing to move to the downside, and that 5160 level was quite strong. Once it finally broke, it did crumble to the downside. Then we have Valet today. Valet, another one, gave it a wide range, and it is still fluctuating, right? It hasn't broken out. We had the high yesterday. This is also in the metal sector. If you guys join me again for that workshop of how to monetize the digital world, don't tell people. I found, well, you can tell them. tell them to come and join us. I found the digital stock markets, right? SEC talked about blockchain exchanges. I found them. Shh. Infancy phases of, like, I got NVIDIA 25,000 tokens for 11 cents. 350 million BABA tokens, 11 cents. So super infancy phase where you can get in like Bitcoin at 13 cents. And then when everybody knows about it, you're a happy little camper, right? All right, let's look at Under Armour. Under Armour also had earnings today. I personally like their clothes, but the market does not like it. Now you can see former levels that were back there, $16 and $15.50. We've come down, tested that $15.50 level, and it looks like volume has slowed down. Potential buying that's coming in right there. Final one on the list for today, Wells Fargo Bank. And Wells Fargo screaming higher. A lot of the financial sectors are actually moving to the upside today. However, I think next week, this might be that final hurrah. Let's suck some buyers in. Let's suck them in up at the top so that we can tank these stocks on Monday with interest rates going up. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion on it. So do what you will with it, as always. Hello, Kaziel. Hello, John. Welcome, everyone. I went on a little earlier today because I do have to go and help someone do some errands because I don't have a car. So looking at the bank sector, let's look at that really quickly. Let's look at XLF. Let's look at the banks overall. So today, all of the banks pretty much are doing well except for American Express. They had earnings yesterday, right? Oh no, I thought they had earnings yesterday. For some reason I thought they had earnings yesterday. Was not yesterday. It was all the way back here, January 25th. All right. So XLF Berkshire Hathaway is up on the day, right? And looks like it's coming to a potential breakout zone. That's the number one weighted holding. JP Morgan as well. So JP Morgan's hovering back. Like, look at how this, it's cool to see sort of the sine waves, how it comes down, bounces back up. We have the volume weighted anchor price from former highs back here. We are testing that. On the daily, we're testing it, but the shorter time frame, we're not. We're testing a younger one. And Bank of America moving up. Is it going to hang here? Is this going to be a double top? We're going to see it pull back down, potentially come back down to $45. Potential lotto puts, maybe. Right now, time frame wise, looking at options, I'm looking out at the first week of March, just for time frame, right? Feels like maybe something's going to be going on. We've got the truckers in Canada shutting down those major bridges, and they are potentially going to do a vote on whether or not to drop all mandates here in Canada, which is huge, right? If Canada does it, then what's going to happen to the US? There's a rumor as well that there might be a convoy happening at the Super Bowl in LA. We've got those ports that are down there. Our port in Montreal, supposedly the containers are stacking up because the drivers are not there to be able to take the containers. So who knows, maybe they could pick up containers and then just go and sit there, right? Hold them at the port, or hold them, I don't know. But supposedly it's spreading around the world because people are fed up. And what's going to happen with the market, right? Is that going to affect the market positively, negatively? Are people going to say, hey, we're done? Is it going to stall the supply chain in the US? It's been going on now for 2 weeks here. Could you imagine that shuts down the US for another 2 weeks? We might see big movement, right? And with the SPY, let's do this. Let's do I'm going to get rid of this box over here, and let's put on a volume profile to see. So since this low back here in October on over, where's most of the volume? Right up here. So that leads me to believe, hey, we've got this volume profile. Do you think maybe we had some really big selling up there? It just happened to be at the top of the market, right? You think that if these dark pools know what's going on, that they might have done what they did in January, February of last year? Let's go and look at it. I will check, Troy. I want to follow this train of thought while I can. Let's make this the 24th, and let's make this February. Let's go back to the 2019 and December. Whoops, 2029. We're not there yet. Let's go there. And let's, for fun, do the same thing over here. So let's go from this low here to, for example, where are we? We look like maybe we're right here this day, right? Okay, so they had all of the volume at 322.96. That's about the same time frame, right? September 30th, back 3 months, December, yeah. So looking at that, we are below the big volume profiles. We might have another seatbelt experience of sliding down the hill, right? Sliding down like this. How long was this part right here? Let's check this out. How many days was this move? 12 days. So that would put us the 12 business days from now would put us, we are the 11th. So 12 would put us in March, maybe the 2nd or 3rd, right? That put us at the 3rd of March. If we had a big slide event that resembles what happened 2 years ago, almost, right? Not saying 100%, the market does like to have patterns to it. And we are in a pattern type scenario where we hit these, again, we're hanging out around them, and then we move down. Here's our big volume, here was our big volume. My opinion, we could see that next leg down, and it might take 2 weeks. Just my thoughts on that. All right, let's go and check out Amazon and Costco for Troy. And let's make this a 15-minute chart. Hold on, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to take this off. And I'm about to sneeze. All right. Hopefully I caught that so you guys didn't hear it. Springtime feels like it's here. Finally, it's above freezing. All right, so let's look at Amazon. And we'll bring it to today over here. So Amazon, hey, do you see something over here, Troy? We hit the 161 EMA, the 200 EMA. We hit some bigger price areas, and we're coming back down, right? Volume has dropped. We're hitting the 24 EMA on the daily chart. However, we had a nice run up, big volume this day, and we're below that volume, right? You see, we're below the volume of that candlestick. So as long as we stay below the volume here, confirmation to me would be breaking down below 398. I would say this is going to continue to the downside. Let's look at Costco. We also have that same sort of pattern setting up on Tesla as well. So Costco, big volume right here. Where are we? I'm asking you, Troy, where are we with that volume? Right? That's above us for the most part. And we're hanging out. These moving averages are starting to curl over. If we break below 500, 510, then we're below all of this. Let's do one of those little volume things, right? Let's just see for fun. Not looking pretty to me. Not looking pretty to this volume profile from this low. Looks to me like they were selling up there. They were selling up there, and it looks like 518.40 area. Right? If I put it in a smaller time frame, is it still going to be there? So it looks like hanging out here around that 200 EMA. Let's do it right here, and let's forward this over. Yeah, it looks like about 518.60 that we are hanging out below those. If we go below 513, I would say bye-bye Costco too. That likely it will be going into a bit of a bearish trend with all of the volume above us since this bottom bounce. That means that there was more volume selling up here from this bottom, right? If we back this out to where it hit the 161, we're still below it. That means there was more volume selling because we are below that price action, right? Does that make sense? Pretty cool. Let's look at Tesla. Let's take this off. It's cool to see the proof. Yeah, let's check it out. So let's look from here. We're going to look from this bottom bounce to today. All right, let's look at that. Volume tells you what's going on. If we're below the volume, people are selling. If we're above it, people are buying. So 933.40. So we're below that. All of this volume, right? This is where the most was traded, the point of control. If we were to go above it, I'd say, hey, Tesla's going up. But right now, we're hanging out down below. Let's go really quickly to the Qs, because now we're starting to see a pattern, guys. Do you see this? Do you see it? Because I see it. But do you see it? All right, so we did Tesla. Let's look at Apple. We did Amazon, right? Did we do Amazon? I think we did, yeah. Let's look at Apple. All right, so let's look at Apple from right here, before earnings. This low. So over here. Again, 174. Okay, for fun, let's pull it back to this low. To this time frame. We're still below it. All those days from November 12th, we're below where the most volume was traded for Apple, the biggest contributor to the Qs. Let's look at Microsoft from this area too. And you guys are seeing this as I'm just seeing it now too, because I haven't done this to check them out. So Microsoft, 308. We're below the big volume, right? Let's look from right here. Whoops, wrong thing to move. There we go. Let's move this to this day where we had the low of the spike. Below or above? Below. We're getting more and more signs that there's going to be bearish movement. Let's look at Google. Google. Let me spit out the marbles. Let's look at Google. Okay. The low here to today. Where are we? Below. Let's look at Facebook. Well, this is going to probably be below because it's already tanked. But we'll look from earnings. We'll look from the high to right here. Are we below or above? We're still below. All right, let's take that one off. Let's look at NVIDIA. This is probably why a lot of these, let's look from this low back here, right? If they were buying and adding, they should have it below. Above. I can't make this up. PayPal, well, that's going to be below, but we'll check it from earnings over. I don't know that it's going to be below, but based on the downward trend, My thoughts are yes. Okay, there we go, below as well. Do you guys see this? This is all of the Q stocks. We'll go from back here, this low spike down. Oops, wrong one. Comcast, below. To me, that's an indication, like I said, that they're selling. This is actually quite telling to me. I hope that you guys share this. Tell your friends to come and watch this because, or if you guys know how to do this, let's look at Adobe. Below. Let's check out Intel. This is the Q stocks. Right? We'll go from this low over here, all the way over here. Maybe they were buying. Okay, this is the only one that's super close. 448.80 roughly. Looks like there was more here, 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 but this was the point of control right here with the most volume traded there. But again, it's above us, this is going to be a rocky little bit to the beginning of 2022. Let's check out Netflix. Yeah. Seeing this, it's like, wow. Okay, Netflix or below. Without following the dark pools, using this point of control of where the most volume is traded, this is not bullish signs. Check Pepsi. We got the Super Bowl coming. Let's go from this low down here. Selling. All right, let's check this one. Broadcom. I'm trying to find one that there's buying. Nope. You guys have one you want me to check? Let's check Costco for you. We already did Costco, right? Let's just check it. From earnings season to dividend now. Nope. Not looking pretty. Let's go to metals. Let's go to metals from this low, okay? Buying, in my opinion, buying. We're above it, right? Here is the support, 167.66. Let's go to GDX. Let's make it full screen. So we're gonna go from back here all the way over, right? We had some selling up here, so maybe they were selling. 30.60. Looks like buying on miners. But selling the majors, right? Selling S&P 500 stocks, selling, do I have anything that's just golds? Here we go, gold stocks. Let's go to Newmont. And look, what happens to be up today? Gold. While the rest of the market is down. What's the trade right now? Looks like metals. FNB. Let's check this out from the low. Well, let's check it out from up here, the high. MVR. Right here. Looks like buying. MVR, they don't have that yet. It's just in Australia. Climate Paris Align Index Futures. That's a future, but we don't have it over here yet as MVR. You want me to look at Facebook? We'll check Facebook. Facebook, we did it from right here and it was still below. There was selling. Let's look at GFI. Looks like, I mean, you guys can see this, right? The sectors, they were, because we're above this, looks like buying to me. Oh, okay. How about, let's do silvers. Silver, SLV. We'll check it from right here all the way over. buying. Let's look at X. Let's look at X. Since earnings, I believe that it would be buying. Yep, right there. Most volume right there. Hanging out, buying. Let's move it back to this high. Still buying. All right, guys. So that's my thoughts. Do you guys want to check out any crypto today too? Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's do the same thing on Bitcoin and the major cryptos. I'm loving this today. This is all about volume. The volume talks, right? So if you have volume, follow the big volume, because that's where the money is, right? The big money is that big volume. So I actually have it on here from back here. Let's go here. Come on. It's not letting me adjust it. There we go. Okay. We're below on Bitcoin. Let's check out Ethereum. You don't have to believe me, believe the chart. Believe the volume profile. Know that if they're buying, we're going to be above it. If they're selling, we're going to be below it. Ethereum, it looks like they're selling too. Right? Let's check out my favorites. Let's look at eGold, because I don't trade eGold, but we have this in our crypto room that people use this and they stake it. Let's go all the way over. Yeah, people were buying. It looks like they bought more into it, potentially back here. Definitely over here and back here. And then resistance right there, which would make sense as to why it sold off. You can tell this purple line as well on mine is the shift of the point of control. So they were selling here, and then they flipped and they started buying February 1st. You see that? All right, let's take this one off. Let's go to my favorites. Let's go to XRP. All right, let's go from back over here, July 20th. Let's see, are we below or above the major volume? They were buying. There was selling, and then they flipped. February 1st, same thing. We started buying. And a reminder, I do not solicit people for money to trade your crypto. That's not me. There are scammers that are out there, and it is not me. Let's look at Doge. Where's the most volume on Doge? Selling on Doge. All right, good to know. Let's look at Algo. Above or below? I feel like this is a game. Below. All right, they haven't started buying on Algo yet. XLM. Let's check from back here, over. We're below on XLM for now, right? They brought it down over here before they were selling, and they sold more right here. So XLM still is not in the buying phase. XRP though, they started buying February 1st. I started noticing massive volume too on Clank app. Let's look at Cardano. It's a cool tool, huh guys? We are below, right here. Need to move up above 130 on Cardano. Solana, let's check out Solana. I think a lot of people bought. You can also see it visually on the chart. So let's go from right here to right here. See where the most volume is. Yep, they were buying. As long as it stays above 92.60, I like Solana. Let's check out XDC. So XDC had a big run from here. Let's go all the way over. Let's see. All of this volume, there was big volume there. My thoughts are of selling. Yep, it would need to get up above 0.96 cents for XDC. NEEM. Let's check out NEEM. And then IOTA. So NEEM until it breaks up above 17 again, unless they have massive volume buying. And IOTA. final one. IOTA. Up here, 137, which would also correspond, look at that, beautifully to the downward trend line. All right, guys, that's it for today. So have an amazing weekend. Please be safe if you are going to Super Bowl parties, and check out the video again. Check out where that volume is. You know, the volume speaks. If there's large volume and it's happening at the top, in my opinion, that's selling. If there's large volume and it's happening below us, that was buying, right? That's part of what the dark pools is all about. And we see those dark pool prints. So come join us at thedarkpools.com if you want to learn more about the training pit. I'm also going to show you guys really quickly the presentation that I will be doing on the 26th. So stay tuned, 2 seconds. I have to open it up to show you guys. I should have opened it before, but I didn't. And you are going to see the really cool things that are coming up. And I'll show you the final screen right here. So it is the link down below. I'm going to be talking about NFTs. What are they? How to make them. Also, digital stock markets. Where are they? How can you profit? There is a coupon code of $50 off, 25% off, as long as you purchase before the 21st at midnight. And the link is just in the description down below. So check it out. Come and join us. I will help to educate you, and we will all prosper together. All right. Have a great weekend. Bye.